जयपुर के सीतापुरा में जेईसीसी में चल रही इन्वेस्ट समिट का आज समापन होगा। समिट का आज दूसरा और आखिरी दिन है। समापन समारोह में मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत शिरकत करेंगे। तो वहीं इन्वेस्ट समिट में एमएसएमई कॉन्क्लेव आयोजित की गई, जिसमें उद्योग मंत्री शकुंतला रावत, मुख्य सचिव उषा शर्मा, सी कोर चेयरमैन राजीव अरोड़ा, एसीएस उद्योग वीनू गुप्ता भी मौजूद हैं। पहले सत्र में राजस्थान में एमएसएमई ग्रोथ की झांकी पेश की गई, जिसमें मुख्य सचिव उषा शर्मा ने संबोधित किया। तो वहीं उद्योग आयुक्त महेंद्र पाराक एमएसएमई पॉलिसी की जानकारी दी। तो वहीं कॉन्क्लेव में देश के एमएसएमई विशेषज्ञ अपने विचार रख रहे हैं। ग्रांड टेरिंटो भारत के कुणाल सूद, मानव यंत्रालय के एमडी अभिनव बाथिया, एनबीसी के सीईओ रोहित साबू, पोन प्योर केमिकल्स के चेयरमैन एम पोन्नू स्वामी, क्वालिटी काउंसिलिंग ऑफ इंडिया के चेयरमैन आदिल जुनाल भाई, सिडबी के सीएमडी एस रमन सिडबी भी योजनाओं की जानकारी दे रहे हैं।
Resolving their grievances, and we would like to showcase a model which other states follow us, that how to take care of this MSME sector in terms of infrastructure. State government,
small businesses in a matter of 48 hours. This is today a reality. With the use of GST data, with the use of bank statements that are pulled directly by banking system from what is known as the account aggregator framework. Added to that is the income tax data which comes from the income tax website. Banks are fully geared towards doing a proper due diligence of its customer, and thereby we are looking at credit being given to customers within a period of 48 hours. I request all of you who are located here in Rajasthan to demand from your respective banks that they should be able to process data and give you a loan within 48 hours. This is a reality. From SIDBI's side, I can only promise that SIDBI will take this step and make sure that we are making much more.
Every district has something to offer, and this is possible because of the sheer commitment.
We have seen what is today being talked about in India was talked about in Rajasthan at least 5 to 6 years ago. Along with RICO, SIDBI had set up what is known as the Rajasthan Venture Fund, under which even today there is about 100 crores that is invested in various companies. And we have found that the Rajasthan Venture Fund has produced very good returns. My request to the government will be that we should once again put a step forward and take the startup venture initiative to a new level. I can only mention that under the Fund of Funds program of the Government of India, SIDBI has been able to give 7,500 crores to about 70 different funds, which in turn have invested in 800 companies. Today we have seen on the back of 7,500 crores, 48,000 crores being gathered by these funds from various sources, and this money has gone towards the startups. Startups are actually one of the most dynamic and most incisive vehicles for today's growth in the country. And when I say the word startup, I do not restrict it only to technology startups. They are in the area of biotech, in the area of manufacturing. We have seen a variety of startups coming up. And in this context, we are also taking forward investment in incubation centers. This is another great way for all manufacturing and other industries to be getting the benefit of expertise, of mentoring. There are incubation centers which have been set up, starting with the IITs, some of the IIMs, and today we have many private incubation centers. SIDBI on its own is also talking to several of these incubation centers so that we can once again invest in incubation centers, and which will lead to many thousand more entities coming up in the near future. The Cluster Development Fund is something that SIDBI has been working with the state governments. Our request to the Rajasthan government is MSMEs are located across the state. There are large MSMEs under the definition which are 250 crores of turnover, and there are very small micro entities with turnover of 10 lakhs and 20 lakhs. We have to look after all the MSMEs, and therefore using the Cluster Development Fund, we will be able to bring in machinery, bring in common facilities in the clusters so that many more MSMEs can get the benefit of the low-cost funds that will be made available by SIDBI. My request also to the government will be that there is a very popular scheme known by the name CGT MSC, or a guarantee scheme that is run by SIDBI along with the Ministry of MSME in the Government of India. This gives a 75% guarantee to the banks for all loans given to the MSMEs up to 2 crores. These limits may be going up with the help of the MSME ministry, but the request to the government of Rajasthan is that in the manner that a few other governments have done, we can work with the Rajasthan government with a very small corpus of funds, make the guarantee go up from 75% all the way up to 90%. This will help the small MSMEs that take loans of maybe up to 1 crore or 2 crore to get a benefit, because banks will find it little less risky to bring credit to the smaller MSMEs. This is another way of making the banking sector come closer to the MSMEs so that we work in tandem.